alternate take of Dock of the Bay where the producer says, Steve, can you move in and split the difference?
You heard that, yeah. Well, I played acoustic on the session and overdubbed the electric guitar later, and I actually overdubbed it myself. I was the only one in the room. So what I can tell you is that if you listen to the Dock of the Bay, Otis Redding never heard the guitar because I did that on a Friday afternoon, and he died in a plane crash on Sunday morning.
When you played these tracks, did you realise that they were going to be legendary, essentially?
Absolutely no way, and the way we kind of looked at it, you treated every song the same. And what we used to say as a joke is they're all hits until they're released. You know, then your fans and the audience decides on whether it's a hit or not. So we were up in New York rehearsing to do some shows with the band, with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. And they were doing a lot of blues stuff and things that they had been doing on Saturday Night Live. So I looked at Paul Schaefer and I said, you remember Soul Man? He said, yeah. I said, well, let's do it. So we did it. And Belushi started doing that dancing that you guys see in the movies and all. And they were having a blast. And all he said was, he said, man, that's great. We got to keep that. But he said, it's too high for me. I said, okay. Just dropped it down to fourth to E and played the same thing. And we had a hit all over again with the Blues Brothers. It probably was a bigger hit with them than it was with Sam and Dave.
Was the Blues Brothers as fun filming as it looks like it was?
If you can multiply that by about 1,000. I think, you know, Duck and I always talked about everything. And one of the things we concluded is that's the most fun we ever had in our lives, is making a movie.
Do you have any tips or any sort of anything you'd like to be able to pass on and sort of to about having like a long, sustainable music career? Anything that you could sort of help?
I can tell you, I get asked a lot, and you have not asked this today, why does your music from the 60s still work today? And I think I have a definitive answer. I believe it was not the notes and not the music, it was the energy that was put in it. That is what sells. That to me is what is missing on the radio today, is the energy in the record, because it's all digitized through computers and stuff. And they're not sensitive. They don't really have a bloodline and a heart pumping. And where you get your energy today, and it all works, is the live music on the stage. Then you get to see that artist put their heart and soul in whatever they're doing. You see what I'm saying? And I can relate an experience to you. When I was about 13, 12 and a half or 13, I looked at my mom. I said, Mom, when I grow up, I want to be a musician. And she looked at me kind of funny, and she said, well, son, you can't do both. So keep that in mind.